Should you become a pet influencer? That's a topic we're going over today. Not only that, but the pros and the cons in regard to being a pet influencer. But of course, before we begin, be sure to go down in the description below to get your free 2-day course to becoming a pet influencer. And you also get your handy book that goes along with it. This is an awesome free resource that goes over the secrets that you need to know as a brand new influencer online. Okay, so with that said, I want to dive into the pros and cons of being a pet influencer. As someone who has been in the digital space for multiple years now, I have learned a ton of different things that are good and things you must be aware of if you really want to have success online. But of course, this video is just going to be talking specifically about pet influencing, so if you're ready for that, let's get started. The very first pro, when it comes to becoming a pet influencer specifically, is that it doesn't take money to get started. Okay, so I have done blogging and YouTubing and affiliates and so many different side hustles over the years. And I will tell you what, pet influencing is awesome because the first pro I'm talking about is you don't need money to get started. So literally all you need is a phone and a pet. Now, of course, there's strategy and processes and things that you'll learn and watch in this video and going through the course and whatnot. But overall, those are all the things you need. Now, if you think about blogging, for example, oh my gosh, there's actually some money that you have to put into it for hosting and the website and learning about SEO, and then the time commitment is incredible. But when it comes to pet influencing, one thing that I just love sharing pet influencing about is because you don't need money to get started. So that then takes us into the second point, the second pro. And what I love again about pet influencing, yeah, you don't need any money to get started, but you also have a very small learning curve compared to so many other side hustles out there. So I'm sure you've heard of so many different side hustles like affiliate marketing and blogging and just YouTubing and drop shipping and just all these different side hustles that take either a lot of money to start or just take so much time to learn. You have to buy courses and you have to read books and you have to do all this stuff. Again, that's something about pet influencing that's huge, is that you don't need to invest 6 months into learning this stuff before you can actually get started or before you can start seeing success. I mean, my gosh, I have worked with so many people who have tried blogging and just YouTubing overall and things, and they burn out because they put in so much time and they don't get anything out of it. And so again, huge pro when it comes to this. Another big pro that I love about pet influencing is that there's a really low time commitment. So let's go back to blogging again. And I use blogging as an example because it's something I've done for over 4 years. And it's something that I know a lot of people have tried at some point over the past like 5 to 10 years. Blogging, for example, takes money up front. It is really kind of high risk, to be honest, because if you're not a good writer, if you're not a good designer, so the thing about pet influencing is it has a very low time commitment in general. You don't have to spend 2 hours creating, like filming a video and then another 2 hours editing a video in a software that you don't understand. You don't have to spend all this time learning copywriting. You don't have to learn things like drop shipping. You don't have to learn even affiliate marketing. There's so many things that you just don't have to learn. You just have to learn the strategies, you have to learn the basic filming and editing processes, and then consistency. And that's pretty much it. I tell people that it is so important to get to the point to where you can create and publish a video on your pet influencer account in 10 minutes. Okay, there are strategies to this, but I want you to get to the point to where it's a 10-minute a day commitment. That's it. Name another side hustle that takes you only 10 minutes a day. I don't know, I haven't found it. Because like I said, with other side hustles taking 2 to 4 hours every single day, where people are waking up at 4 a.m. to put in all this time, or spending, 6 to 10 p.m. every single night on side hustles, when I can tell people that you can do 10 minutes a day, like, I'm serious, it is that low of a time commitment. Now, of course, those are kind of the main pros. Like when I talk to my friends and family and people who want to start pet influencing, I tell them these things because truly those are the big things. Like you're concerned about how much money you're putting into a side hustle. You're concerned about how much time that it takes to learn how to do the side hustle. And then you're concerned about how much time it's actually going to take in the long term. Imagine putting in time and money every single day into something. Like you kind of want to have a good deal with it. But there are cons to everything. There is no perfect side hustle. There's no perfect job. There's no perfect way to make money online. So let's dive through 3 cons when it comes to being a pet influencer. Number 1, it takes time and effort, okay? With any creator, like UGC, user generated content, or being an influencer, or just being a content creator online, it takes time. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes consistency. Like, it takes that grit of knowing that it'll be worth it in the end, knowing that your videos are gonna work out, but knowing that in the short term, when you first get started, you're learning, you're researching, you're experimenting, you're not gonna have immediate success. Now, some people do. Some people do have, a video all of a sudden just go viral, like their 5th video or something. And that's great. Some people have that, and there's no way to predict it, honestly. But just knowing that it does take time and effort at first and over time, because imagine if you want to be a really successful influencer online, you could be doing this every single day for the next 5 years. So you have to realize before starting something, you want to know that you're dedicated to it. So that can be a big con to someone, and I get it. I have been advertised to or marketed to for so many different side hustles, and the moment that I know how much time and money it's gonna be put into it, I just, no. Number 2, second con of why people probably shouldn't be a pet influencer is that you actually have to be kind of creative. To be a pet influencer, to be a creator online, you do have to have some bit of creativity to you. I hear so many people say, well, I can't do that because I'm not creative. Okay, here's the deal. You don't have to be the most creative person with ideas flooding into your head every single day and creating super cool content. You just need this much creativity. But no matter what, there are people out there where they just don't have creativity at all. And I get it. It will be way stressful for you to become an influencer online if you literally struggle with any bits of creativity. And that's okay. We're all different. We all have different personalities and talents and skills, but it just may not be for you. Now, the third con, or the third reason why you just may not be a good pet influencer or even just influencer online, is that there is high competition. Now, here's the deal. That is pretty much across the board though, okay? Any niche, almost any niche out there has a pretty high competition in regard to you standing out. And that's what I market so much to people is you don't have to have a dog that has really cool, unique skills, or a cat that has some unique personality trait or does something really cool. You don't have to have a snake that does really neat things, or I don't know, you don't have to have something unique. But you need to have that bit of that creative side of you that will help make your average pet a really cool, unique pet, right? You want to be memorable. You want your platform or your pet's brand to be unique and memorable in some sort of way so that people see you or see a video and they know it's you. So you have to find a way to stand out. And honestly, for some people, this is just really hard to think or find a way for their pet or for their channel or brand, again, no matter what niche you're in or category that you make videos about, to make it really stand out. That's something that you do have to maybe do some sales and marketing research in order to figure out. So those are 3 pros and 3 cons for why you should or should not be a pet influencer. Be sure to continue watching the rest of this playlist so you learn all the basics, all the foundations that you need to know in order to start your pet influencing business. And don't forget, of course, that free 2-day course and that workbook is down in the description below, and you can get that anytime. Download it, watch those videos, and I will see you in the next video.